Welcome to the very first episode of More Human, More Kind. I'm Heather Hester, and today marks a new beginning for this podcast. I am so glad you are here. This podcast actually began 5.5 years ago as Just Breathe, a show created for parents of LGBTQ plus teens navigating love, identity, and the unknown. It has been a space for learning and unlearning, breathing through big emotions, and some of life's most tender moments. And it has given comfort to so many, myself included. I will forever be grateful that I followed my gut, my intuition, and started this podcast, even though I had no idea what I was doing and no idea what I was in for. I just knew that some invisible guidance and pull led me down what has ended up being the most magical, rewarding, connecting, humbling, and evolving path. I knew there were so many of you who had felt or who were feeling the same things that I did. And I knew I needed to reach out to you to let you know that you aren't alone, that there are so many of us on this path, that it is okay to feel all of the emotions, to put one foot in front of the other each day, not knowing all of the answers, to face the unknowns and embrace this beautifully messy life that is yours. And over the years, something expanded for me and for you. This space has grown beyond parenting. Conversations have deepened, the community has widened, and I realized that what we were really doing here was learning how to be more fully ourselves, more present, more real, more human, and yes, more kind. This is your invitation to slow down, to take a deep breath, and begin or continue the journey of showing up with more compassion, courage, and curiosity. So today we begin the next chapter. More Human, More Kind is a podcast for anyone who's ever felt overwhelmed by the noise and longed for deeper connection with others and with yourself. Something that will help combat the anger, the bitterness, and the divisiveness that seems to be swirling all around us these days. You'll still hear intimate solo episodes, thoughtful interviews, and episodes that offer tools for healing, identity, parenting, and mental health. We'll talk about boundaries, about showing up authentically, about being kind versus being nice, about the meaning of allyship, about what it means to live with compassion without losing ourselves, and about ways you can work directly with me. And we'll probably talk a little bit about politics and truth and critical thinking too. I want to be clear that I will always deeply connect with and advocate for the LGBTQ plus community and their families. This new chapter just broadens that support and connection for all marginalized communities. So you may be wondering, why more human, more kind? Well, because these two truths are at the heart of everything I believe, that we're all human and that we're all worthy of kindness. And that the more that we embrace our shared humanity, the more impact we can create in our families, our communities, and in our world. This isn't about perfection. It's about presence. It's about courage. It's about the small radical choice to meet each moment with just a little more love. It's about honoring truth. Remember, kindness is not the same as niceness. More kind doesn't mean more nice. More kind is real. It's rooted in compassion toward yourself and others. The butterfly has been my logo and a symbolic part of the foundational beliefs of this podcast and of my greater mission and vision. It is a symbol for transformation, evolution, surrender, trust, and the beauty of expression. What I've realized over the past 12 months specifically is that, like the butterfly, I am evolving, transforming. 𝗝𝗄𝐿𝐴 was actually the perfect name for my website and persona because that is where I was for a long time, in my cocoon, doing the work of unlearning and learning, of surrendering, of healing. And now I'm emerging from that work, shedding layers of old beliefs and inherited ideologies. I'm ready to fly, to spread truth and beauty, and to be seen. When I was brainstorming the new name, I landed on more human, more kind, because it felt like it encapsulated where we have been and where we are going, both on an intimately personal level and as a collective human race. It is a mindset and a mantra, a way to rewire how we interact in the world with integrity, inclusion, love, and curiosity. So today, as I launch More Human, More Kind into the world, I want to offer you 3 simple practices that you can return to anytime. First, my favorite, the pause, that one breath before you react. Close your eyes and recenter. It's essentially a pattern interrupt and a way to come back to yourself. It's a great way to reconnect and then to be able to speak with clarity. The second is the mirror. Ask yourself daily, am I showing up aligned with my values? How can I connect with one person today, not in a transactional, lost in my thoughts about something else way, but in a deeply humanizing way? And 3, the reach out. Think of someone who needs to be seen today. Send them a text or call them or write them a note, leave them a note. Let them know that they matter. It's so simple and it's so deeply meaningful. I am so excited to walk with you into this new season. This is more than a podcast. It's a movement, and I am so happy that you are here for it. My hope is that this podcast helps you to feel less alone and more like yourself. If this episode resonated with you, I'd love for you to do a couple of things. First, listen to, subscribe to, and follow More Human, More Kind anywhere that you get your podcasts, with new episodes coming every week. 2, subscribe to my newsletter, The Midweek Breath, which is just a moment of calm and reflection delivered right into your inbox. The sign-up link is in the show notes. And 3, join the Patreon community, support the show, and unlock exclusive content. Until next time.